Good morning, trader. Hope you are having a great start to your day. Let's dive into today's hot USA topic. This is secret $100 billion market is about to boom based on recent financial news and market trends. This refers to the exploding AI infrastructure market, particularly the debit and bond issuances by tech giant to fund massive AI expansion like data centers and chip productions. It's secret because it is the behind the scenes financing fueling fueling the visible AI hype, but it is set to surge as investments hit record levels. This script titled the AI Gold Rush nobody is talking about. Introduction. While everyone's mesmerized by what AI can do, creating art, writing code, and answering our every question, we are missing the real story. The most ferocious battle in tech today is not about algorithms, it is about something way more fundamental. Power. A silent gold rush is on, not for digital intelligence but for the physical hardware and raw energy needed to fuel it. And the companies that control this new digital oil will wield unimaginable power, deciding who wins the next era of technology. Hook. This is not just a metaphor. The race to build the AI infrastructure is creating a capital investment boom unlike anything we have ever seen. Global spending on data centers is projecting to jump by 30% in 2025 alone. Some forecasts see total spending on data centers, equipment and infrastructures which hit $290 billion in 2024, potential rocketing towards $1 trillion annually by 2030. We are witnessing an arms race measured in silicon and gigawatts, where the world's biggest tech giants are pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into building the physical foundation of our digital future. But this frostic construction spree is exposing a critical bottleneck that could bring it all to grinding halt. The story of AI is not just about code, it is about construction, capital, and a looming crisis. Section 1. The new solves in a digital gold rush. In any gold rush, the sunset way to get rich is not panning for gold, it is selling shovels. Today the gold is artificial intelligence and the shovels are the most sophisticated pieces of hardware ever made. Standing at the center of this universe is one company, NVIDIA. NVIDIA has become the undisputed king of AI hardware, with analysts estimating it controls over 80% of the market for the specialized chips or GPUs that power the AI revolution. The demand is so astronomical that the company is reportedly guiding for a staggering $500 billion in sales for its Blackwell and upcoming Rubin ships in the 2025 to 2026 time frame. This gives NVIDIA unprecedented insight into future revenue. The proves just how desperate companies are to get their hands on these digital shovels. While the world sees chatbots and image generators, the real money is being made by the company proving the pics and access for the new frontier. Section 2. The GPU, the engine of intelligence. So, what are these shovels in, and where is everyone from startups to superpower desperate for them? It all comes down to the unique design of a graphics processing unit of GPU. Think of it like this: a traditional computer processor, a CPU is like one brilliant person who can solve complex problems one at a time very quickly. A GPU, on the other hand, is like a massive classroom where thousands of students work in parallel. They might not be geniuses, but they can blast through thousands of simple tasks all at once. This parallel processing is exactly what AI needs. Training a large language model means running trillions of simple calculations simultaneously, a job GPU were born to do. Great. NVIDIA's dominance is built on this. Their upper generation chips powered the first wave of the AI boom, but they are already being succeeded by the much faster Blackwell architecture. And NVIDIA is not stopping. They have announced a relentless one-year innovation cycle with the Blackwell Ultra platform rolling out in 2025, and the next generation, code named Vera Robin, slated for 2026. But this is not a one-horse race. The overwhelming demand has created an opening for competitors. AMD is making real headway with its M100 and 1300 series chips, which show competitive and sometimes even better performance in certain tasks. Meanwhile, tech giants like Google with their TPU are designing their own custom chips, trying to break free from their reliance on a single supplier. The race to build the ultimate AI engine is just getting started. Section 3. The new real estate data center. Of course, these powerful ships cannot just float in the ether. They need a home, and that home is the modern data center. Factory-sized buildings that are the physical embodiment of the cloud. If GPUs are the engines, data centers are the AI factories. Building these factories has ignited a capital expenditure boom of historical proportion. Hyperscalers like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Meta are set to collectively spend over $400 billion in 2025 alone. Analyst projection shows staggering ambition. Microsoft capex could hit $62 billion in 2025, while Google plans to boost its spending to around $85 billion. These are not just server warehouses, they are highly specialized industrial sites. Massive new campuses are hoping up globally as these digital empires expand. But as they do, they are running headfirst into a very physical and very finite resource energy CTA. While these titans battle over gigawatts and global supply chains, the most valuable resource for you is knowledge. Understanding the fundamental forces shaping our world is more critical than ever. If you appreciate this kind of analysis and want to support independent data-driven content, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. It is a small click that makes a huge difference. Section 4. The bottleneck, the coming power crisis. This is the dirty secret of the AI gold rush. For all its digital glamour, artificial intelligence has a ferocious and rapidly growing appetite for electricity. According to the International Energy Agency, the electricity consumption from data centers, AI and cryptocurrency is on track to more than double between 2022 and 2026, potentially consuming over 1000 terawatt hours. To put that in perspective, that's roughly the entire electricity demand of Japan. AI is the biggest driver of this surge in the United States alone. Data centers, which consumed over 4% of the country's electricity in 2054, could see that share jump to as high as 9% by 2030, according to some projections. The problem in many key regions, the grid is struggling to keep up. Utilities are warning of power shortage and that wait times to connect a new data centers can stretch for years. This energy bottleneck is fast becoming the single greatest threat to the AI boom. You can have the best chips and the most brilliant algorithms, but without the raw power to run them, they are just expensive raw. The race for AI supremacy is no longer just about computational power. It is a race for electrical power. Section 5. The geopolitical race and the trillion-dollar bets. The incredible demand for hardware and power is kicking off a new era of geopolitical competition and mind-boggling financial bets, recognizing that control over AI infrastructure is a new form of national power. Countries and corporations are launching projects on a scale that was once unthinkable. A US-based project codenamed Stargate, an AI supercomputer venture involving OpenAI and Microsoft, carries a reported price tag that could exceed $100 billion. More officially, a new company, also named Stargate, has been announced with partnership including SoftBank and OpenAI, intending to invest $500 billion over 4 years in US-based AI infrastructure. These are not just commercial ventures, they are strategic national assets. This scramble is global in the UAE. A project also dubbed Stargate AAE is under construction with its first 200 megawatt phase set to come online in late 2026. It is part of a larger plan for a 5 gigawatt AI campus in Abu Dhabi, backed by G42, OpenAI and other e-tech giants. The build-out is creating a cascade of investment across the entire supply chain, from server racks to cooling system. It is a worldwide race for dominance where securing a supply of GPUs and the energy to run them is now a matter of economic and national security. So, while the headlines are filled with the seemingly magical abilities of AI, the real story is happening in the background. It is a story of raw industrial might, a frantic global construction boom to build the physical infrastructure that underpins our digital world. We have come back to a fundamental truth. The dream of a weightless disembodies intelligence is entirely dependent on a massive energy hungry and very physical foundation. The companies and countries that secure the silicon build the AI factories and most importantly find the power to run them will be the superpowers of the 21st century. This brings us to the final question. In this new gold rush, who will ultimately win the race to control not just the code but the power grid that runs our future? And what will the world look like when they do? Why is it booming? The AI revolution is demanding unprecedented computing power for generative AI. Machine learning and cloud service tech leaders like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Oracle, and Meta are projected to spend $300 billion plus in 2025 on infrastructure alone, up from $200 billion last year. This is driven by exploding demand. Global AI capex could reach $4 trillion by 2030, outpacing supply and creating a frenzy for capacity. Fears of an AI bubble are fading as real world adoption, e.g. short GPT 3-year impact, proves sustainable revenue potential with end user AI software spend already in tens of billions. How is it booming? Debit market surge, tech firms flush with cash but needing more, issued nearly $100 billion in bonds in late 2024, early 2025 to fund AI builds, shifting from equity reliance. Oracle alone borrowed $18 billion with total debit potentially hitting $300 billion by 2030. Key partnership and investment. Nvidia's up to $100 billion stake on OpenAI is still pending but advancing. Exemplifies circular financing where chip makers invest in AI labs that buy their hardware. Hyperscales are doubling data centers investments to 10 gigawatt plus capacity. Broader ecosystem, tokenized assets and stablecoins add liquidity while policy shift, e.g. US Genuine Act each stablecoin growth to $1 trillion powering on chain tools. This creates a flywheel, more AI, more infra spend, higher valuation for enablers like an Nvidia, up to 32% year, and another three stocks, three growth stocks equity shares under $40. Here are three AI focused growth stocks trading under $40 as of December 14th, 2025. Have included current price, analyst target price, consensus average, and brief description of their growth drivers. These tie into the AI boom via voice tech, defense AI, and display semiconductors. Stock name, company name, current price, and target price. Why growth? Small description. Company name is SOUN, Sound Hound AI. Current price is $11.65. Target price is $17.07. Sound Hound AI grows via it is voice enabled AI platform powering in car assistance, easy Stellantis partnership, and restaurants drive throughs, e.g. White Coastal revenues is exploding 80% plus YoY from AI and adoption in automotive and hospitality, with 2026 forecast at $233 million, driven by enterprise integration and low latency tech. Second one company is BBAI, Big Bear AI. Current price is $6.37. Target price is $8.00. Big Bear's AI expands through AI analysts for defense and logistics, securing US government contracts, e.g. $165 million backlog, and mergers like Pangiam for biometrics growth systems from national security demand, with Q3 revenue up 22% and projected 25% plus annual increases via its AI in supply chains. Third one company is SIMX, Himax Technologies. Current market price is $9.11. Target price is $11.50. IMAX grows in AI enabled displays for autos and AR or VR, e.g. LiDAR chips for smart glasses. It is riding the auto AI wave with 15% plus revenue growth expected in 2026 from EV, ADS demands plus partnership in edge computing, boosting margins as semis shift to AI specific lab. Please like, subscribe, share and comment. Another 1.5 minute video is there. That is your art touchable video, I think.
The artificial intelligence sector is experiencing unprecedented growth, driven by a surge of investments, strategic collaborations, and bold government initiatives. In recent months, major tech companies have formed high-profile partnerships, such as AMD's agreement with OpenAI, which sent its market value soaring. At the same time, government actions like the Pentagon's billion-dollar campaign to secure critical minerals underscore the strategic importance of AI technologies. These developments are rapidly propelling the industry toward an anticipated $100 billion market boom, signaling a transformative era for technology and the global economy. The rapid expansion of the artificial intelligence sector has had profound market implications. Tech leaders have seen substantial increases in their wealth, as evidenced by significant stock price surges in companies like Oracle and AMD. The intense competition is also fueling speculation about potential mega mergers, with industry experts predicting deals that could exceed $100 billion. However, this explosive growth has raised concerns about the formation of a market bubble, reminiscent of the dot-com era. As a result, analysts emphasize the importance of cautious investment and careful evaluation of long-term prospects in the AI market.
Yes!
Positive mood.
The artificial intelligence sector
Massive AI growth play. AI infrastructures boom. AI infras gold rush. The $100 billion market is booming. Join the revolution. AI infrastructures market growth. AI infrastructure boom. Next AI stock surge. Grab the AI wave. And thank you, my dear friends, for the listening and seeing. We will meet tomorrow next video. Once again, thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, share and comment.